In this video, we're going to talk about Wonderware Historian InSight, which is a tool used to extract information from your Wonderware historian. Specifically, this is for an on-premise historian. We also have this same type of tool that can be run on our cloud historian, but what we're talking about here today is your on-premise historian that you have running at your plant sites, that we can install this software and be able to extract information. We can create some dashboards, we can look at trends, we can drill into the data, we can extract information. So it's a very easy to use tool, purely web-based. I just point my web browser to the historian and I can log in and start looking at data or call up pre-existing dashboards that I have created. So when you install this version of the Wonderware Historian Server 2014 R2 Service Pack 1 Patch 01, this enables these components. Then you can browse in from your web browser and start taking a look at your data. So let's take a look at the tool in action. So as you can see on the screen, I just have my Google Chrome browser opened. I'm going to go to my bookmark, which is pointing to the Wonderware Historian InSight. In this case, it's just pointing to local host and a port number here. What it's going to do is going to bring up a dashboard that I previously have configured. It's going to look at my station pressures that I have configured. It's going to look at my station temperatures. So these dashboards are all drillable, configurable. So if I want to drill into my station pressures, I can drill into those and kind of see a little more information about those tags that I have picked previously in this dashboard. As you can see, it's showing my current value, it's showing my trend, which way the data is trending at this point of time. It also gives a little thumbnail of the data in a little trend format here. I can drill into one of these trends and see some information about that. It gives me the time frame. I can drill in and I can see pop open a trend about that data. So if I click on my gallery button here, it's going to show me what are the other options I have for displaying my data. I can display that information in a bar chart as seen here. I can go back to that summary chart that we saw. I can go into my trend. So here's a trend of the data. You can see if I move my cursor over the data points, it shows me the actual value at that specific time. I can go pick the time. If I want to go say look at the last hour's worth of data, there's the last hours. I can look at today. You can look at yesterday, not a whole lot going on yesterday, but I can go look at say 3 days or 7 days. So I can zoom in and zoom out of my data as I need. I can pick a custom time if I would like. So if I click custom, it's going to allow me to enter in a time. So if I enter 12:30 and I apply that, you can see that it's going to go out and recapture the data and display it for that last half hour worth of information. The other charts that I have here are column charts, so I can see this in a column type format. I can go pick, say, the last average over the last hour, minimum, maximum, sum, the last value that I have. So a lot of different ways I can slice and dice the data to look at it in different format. I can look at the data in this summary grid. It tells me the information in a tabular type format, again, showing the statistic that I want, min, max, average, last type of information. There is an XY scatter plot if I want to look at data that way, so I can choose that and I can choose my x-axis. Let me see, I want to take these pressures against my flow. It's going to plot that in an XY type format. There's another grid that I have down here. I can look at something called a diagnostic grid. It's showing me all the values, my last value, my total, my min, my max, my average. Shows me my quality, whether I'm getting good information from my PLC. So it's just a way to look at the data in a tabular format. With any of these displays, I can very easily extract that information and look at it in Excel. So if I want to take a look at this information right here and I want to take it and I want to download the data, it's going to download it directly to Excel. I can pop open Excel and there's the data that I'm pretty much looking at on my screen in an Excel format that I can use and put that in another report or email that to someone else. It's information that's available down to Excel. So just like my data grid that I had previously, I'm in the trend client, and if I want to extract that information, all the information you see on the screen, if you want to extract that to a data format in Excel, I can download that data to a CSV. It's going to put the data into Excel, so now I can see there's all the values that were displayed on the actual trend, but now it's in a tabular Excel format that I can take this data and do some further analysis. So we saw how we can export that data to Excel. If I wanted to share this web page with someone else, I can go here and click on my sharing tab, copy this link, and then email that to someone or give someone else that link. They can go to their web browser, paste it into their browser, and they can see the same content on their web page, which is logging into the same server, if you will. Another thing we can do is we can actually share that information via an embedded web page. So if I want to go here and copy this link, which allows me to take this snippet of code, drop it into another web browser, another application that you have, which could link to this dashboard. We saw how we can download the data to Excel. We also have the button here which let me save this dashboard for future use. So I'm back to my main dashboard. If I want to add some additional content to this, we'll go through that process. So I know I have some flow signals I want to add to my dashboard. So the way I do that is I'm going to clear my content here, and I'm going to go basically find those flow signals. So I'm going to hit my .flow variables, and it came across, it sees 12 flow signals. So you can see all those listed here. You can see my engineering units are listed over on the side. I'm going to go pick the signals that I want specifically from that. They're basically, I have some additional 5-minute, 15-minute type average signals that are defined, but I'm going to keep my main flow signals here and add them to the dashboard. So I'm going to pick my main signals. I'm going to go back to my visualization gallery. I'm going to pick my summary chart. So I'm going to take these and I'm going to add these to my dashboard. So what I need to do is basically I need to save this for later, and I'm going to give it a station flows. And I need to add a keyword that's going to link it to my dashboard. So my dashboard has a keyword previously defined that is called my station. Hit enter, and now this will link it to that dashboard just by typing in that keyword called my stations. When I save that, it's saved, and I go back to my content and I go to my stations. Because of this keyword my stations here, it automatically linked my flows into this dashboard. It's that simple to create these dashboards by adding different content. Let's add an additional pane to our dashboard. We really haven't talked to this point about discrete signals. So let's add some pump runtime status signals to show how that looks on our dashboard. So I'm going to clear my content. I'm going to go find those pump status signals by searching for that keyword pump. So it found these 4 signals. So you can see I have pump 1 through 4. It's showing me the status, tells me how many transitions I have. If I go to last hour, it's showing me I have the different transitions across that time, how many times it was true, how many times it was false. So I want to make sure I have all those tags picked here. But I think the most useful tool that we have here is the time and state chart. So if I look at this time and state chart, it's telling me how long the pump has been in the running condition. If I hover over it, it'll tell me it's been on for, say, 42 minutes. It's been off for 17 minutes. So it gives me a good idea of the status of some discrete signals, whether it's pump cycle times or whatever discrete signal I have out there. I can display that information in a dashboard also. So to add these to my main dashboard page, I need to save these for later, and I'm going to call it pump runs. And I'm going to add my keyword, my station, which is going to link it to my dashboard. I save that. Now I go to my dashboard of my stations. You can see now I have my pump runs are on my dashboard. So with that, that's all I'm going to do today, but you can see how easy it is to extract information from the Wonderware historian into Wonderware InSight by creating dashboard, trends, or charts, whatever you want, and publish them to a web page or make them available to other users in your plant via the web interface. Well, thank you for watching today. If you'd like to have some more information about Historian InSight or any other products that we sell, you can contact me at the email address below or contact your local InSource account executive. Thanks again.